What's going on, everybody? Before we get into today's episode, we just want to give a moment of silence for the 9/11 attacks that happened 23 years ago today. We also want to show our love and appreciation for the first responders for what they did that day. We're forever grateful for you guys and the work you do. So, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the episode. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Down South Up North. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Matt, the first week of the NFL season is finally come and go. How are we feeling, dude?
Hey, Kyle, I know you're a little upset. You're a little sap over there. I am feeling excellent over here. My Cowboys got the job done. Everybody was like, oh, we're going to lose. Oh, Dak Prescott paid him way too much. But yeah, okay. Keep talking. That defense looked elite. I know the Browns were missing some more pieces. We'll get more into this when we get to the athletic alert. But I'm a very happy camper today.
Yeah, dude. Cowboys walked into the dog pound, handled business, came out with a huge dub. Can't say the same about my Falcons. We lost to a kicker. So that was always fun. And I just miss that feeling of disappointment on Sundays. I really miss that feeling. But let's waste no time and get straight into the athletic alert. I mean, I was just talking about it, dude. Falcons, fucking so disappointing. Lost 18-10 against the Steelers. Steelers might have like a top 3 defense in the league this year, dude. TJ Watt was just like,
how many sacks did he have? Like every time I saw them pop up,
dude, he would have had more, but there was flags. Like he sacked Kirk, forced a fumble, picked it up, and there was a flag.
Yep.
And then no, he had a couple sacks, dude. Like he's elite, and I just saw some like Kirk, man. What the hell are you doing out there? I mean, again, the Steelers defense is elite, and they did a really good job of just like making Kirk super uncomfortable in the pocket. I saw some passes from Kirko. I was like, brother, who the hell are you passing to? Casper the Ghost? You see him open over there?
Nah, the last one. So you guys were down 8, I believe.
And I saw Kirk chance to score and tie.
Dude, I don't even know who that ball was going to. I mean,
Ray, I think.
Yeah, but he was way down the field, and that ball was not getting there if it had an extra 5 yards pushed in the air to the guy.
He had to put a lot of zip on that ball to get it to Ray.
Yeah, he did, but like you don't throw that into double.
No.
Might have even been triple coverage. But
yeah, and then he should have thrown 3 picks because his first pass as a Falcon was almost intercepted, but his first interception is just. Dude, I think it was Ray or Kyle Pitts in the middle of the field, and he just tries to zip it in there, and guy's right there and just picks it off and takes off with it. So, not really much else to say. Defense really surprised me. Justin Simmons made some big plays. Bates made some really big plays. Defense really stepped up, so that's always nice. Offensively, we could pick it up later as the season goes, but got a huge game on next Monday against the Eagles.
Yep.
So really got to lock in for that game. But yeah, not a good week for Atlanta fans.
How are you feeling about your boy Kyle Pitts finding the end zone in week 1?
Good for him, man. I traded him this year. I do 2 leagues. I got a dynasty and then just a regular fantasy. So in my dynasty, I actually traded him. I didn't want to get disappointed again, but good for him, dude. The only touchdown of the game, so proud of Mr. Pitts.
And your boy Kirko, we just talked about him. How are you feeling now that the Falcons drafted Michael Penix in the draft? Anything changed?
No, not really. So many people on Twitter are like, "Bring out Penix. We need Penix." I'm like, dude,
Big Penix energy, baby. I
yeah,
texted you. I
big
texted
Penix
you.
energy. Nah, it's gonna take Kirk like a week or two to really get adjusted to this offense. I mean, it can't get much worse from Saturday's performance. I mean, knock on wood, it doesn't get much worse than that. That was terrible, man. Like he made Desmond Ritter look like prime Tom Brady. So
Yeah, and Ritter signed a contract with DoorDash.
yeah, he did. He's gonna be doing a lot of KFC and Taco Bell. So I don't know, dude. Just really disappointing. The offensive coordinator Zach Robinson, he's got to call some better plays. Like Bijan will get hurt if he keeps just handing him the rock, hand it just over and over and over and over and over again. Like I get it, Bijan's good, dude. Bijan's really good. A lot of people had him top 5 in this year's fantasy draft. He's really good, but if you keep feeding him the ball, he's going to get injured. You have to. Drake London didn't really get the ball that much. Ray was surprisingly our leading receiver, which is crazy to me. Kyle Pitts, and other guys out there that are good and could make a play happen in open field. So hopefully Zach Robinson puts a fucking head back on his shoulders and comes up with a good game plan for Monday. But dude, your Cowboys, man, Dak didn't have a terrible game, didn't have a good game either, but it's that defense, dude.
Yum 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 yum.
Yeah, that defense. 6 sacks, 2 interceptions. Like you guys
Punt return for a touchdown.
punt return for a touchdown.
Shout out Turpin. It's Turpin time, baby. Best punt returner in the NFL. I stand by it.
Like, I mean, it was a slow game offensively for both teams, but you guys held them to 230 total yards, 137 passing, under 100 rushing. You guys just handle business, dude.
I
You
mean,
guys,
look, it was a questionable week, right? Because about 2 hours prior, the Cowboys made Dak Prescott the richest NFL player in history, and I was like, okay, I don't know, like, is he gonna get the money and just not perform? But it was funny because the guy he was going against was Deshaun Watson on the other side of the ball, who he surpassed with that deal. And Watson, now look, like I said in the intro, Deshaun Watson was missing his right and left tackle, but he still looked like shit. Okay, like
yeah.
the defense was getting to him every play, but you have got to make some plays on offense. You've got, like, that run game was never established all game long. I watched the whole thing. The defense, I mean, they played excellent. I mean, you can't really play better defense. And against a great defense, I think the Browns have a great defense. I mean, Myles Garrett. Let's talk about him for a minute. I mean, he was he defensive player of the year last year? I believe he was defensive player of the year last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was.
And I think they got to Dak 2 or 3 times in total. I mean, the offensive line and we Cowboys had a rookie left tackle blocking Myles Garrett. I mean, can you imagine, Kyle, your first NFL game? They're like, hey, go out there in the dog pound and guard Myles Garrett. I mean, I would have been pretty petrified at that. But he held his own. Offense did great. You know who had a great game? Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott out the gate, hurdling a guy standing up. I thought was excellent, even though it was a flag on the play. But Zeke found the end zone. Now look, it was nothing like his 2016 form, but I don't know. Maybe it's a revamp for him. Cowboys still have yet to debut Dalvin Cook. He's still kind of getting in that rotation. Let's not forget on the defensive side of the ball that Deron Bland is still out for about another month to 6 weeks. So overall, man, I mean, they surprised me. I mean, I didn't feel once in that game that they were going to let it go and let Cleveland come back to it. So great outing overall. Let's carry this momentum into next week.
Yeah, dude. Rico Dowdle getting some touches. 8 carries, 26 yards. Not bad. You guys, Dallas is going to have like a 1-2, potentially 3 punch here in the next coming weeks. I mean, Dowdle's maybe he's gonna be like the Deuce Vaughn, maybe get like a carry a game, maybe two, but it's gonna be nice having Zeke, Dalvin Cook, and Rico Dowdle. That's gonna be nice.
And you know what I like? I just mentioned Deron Bland is out, but Kalen Carson looked number 21. He looked very well on the outside covering. I mean, he almost had an interception. He was making some athletic plays, and I'm like, all right, if this kid can, can hold his own, he can get the reps while Bland is out. Bland comes back in, and we got a solid secondary to work with here.
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize you guys picked up Eric Kendricks in the offseason.
He had a game, dude, because
he had a good game.
Mike Zimmer, our defensive coordinator, it was nice to see him on the sideline, and having Kendricks out there. They spent a lot of time in Minnesota together, and look, we lost Dan Quinn in the offseason, but that defense picked up right where they left off.
Yeah, and Diggs, dude, doing what he does best, getting a pick a game. So your defense. Cowboys defense looked very good, and I didn't realize it, but Browns defense, like, I completely forgot they had Zadarius Smith.
Yep.
They have Greg Newsome. That's a tight end. No, that's a corner. Greg Newsome, corner. Like, they got some studs on their team. Who am I thinking of?
Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward.
Yep.
Who am I thinking of? Last name Ozzie Newsome. That's who I was thinking about.
Oh yeah.
Greg Newsome. He's a stud, dude. So you guys, your rookies that you drafted, the offensive lineman.
Yeah,
did he
two
start?
rookies. We had two rookies on the offensive line. So, and hey, our kicker. I really wish Brandon Aubrey was gonna attempt that 71-yarder, but.
I saw so many memes about that.
Mike McCarthy took him out for that. I was like, dude, he might be able to hit this, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice that literally all three levels of the ball look dominant. But dude, it's September. They always look good in September. It's when we get to January is when they start like, oh, forgot new year. Forgot to play football. So I'm not getting my hopes up, but after 1 week, I think they look very good.
They do. I'm going to do a little speed run of some of the games. Daniel Jones's ass. Matt, what'd you say before the show?
Dude, a big stat going around, dude. Daniel Jones, since he signed that max contract, he has thrown more touchdowns to the other team, 3, than to his own team, 2. Giants fans, what the hell? Like, they put up 6 points against the Vikings, dude, and we have sat here. The Vikings are like a questionable team. Like they have a good defense, but you have Sam Darnold putting up 28 points on you. Okay, like the Giants could not move the ball every time. They were wearing the ugliest uniforms I've seen in my entire life. I understand it was a 100th season anniversary, but like what the hell was that? They were wearing some. I mean, it looked like the Soviet Union in khakis out there. It was awful, and no offensive production. Defense was invisible. As a Cowboys fan, it's going to be 2 free wins once again against them. And Giants, I mean, the memes. You mentioned it, dude. You see the Happy Meal meme? We'll throw up the Happy Meal meme right now. It was a Happy Meal. A Happy Meal can't complete passes, can't throw touchdowns to his own team, but makes people happy. Daniel Jones can't throw touchdowns, can't complete passes, and makes everybody sad. I mean, everybody was outside booing him as he was leaving the stadium. That's how bad he was. I mean, I could hear the boos from my house here in New Jersey. I mean, it was terrible. They are horrendous at football. Dude, like looking at their schedule, they're not going to beat the Cowboys, so that's 2 losses. They're not going to beat the Eagles, that's another 2. That's 4 losses.
I mean, I'm already at 5. Already at 5.
Right, already 5 right there. I mean, and I'm like, dude, this team might not win 4 games, Kyle. I'm being 100% serious. Like, no pun intended, no sarcasm whatsoever. They might win 4 games.
Dude. Malik Neighbors is gonna request a trade. Like,
Yeah. He thinks he's so good wearing number 1. And I see him out there yelling at his teammates every. And look, I had Red Zone on for the 1 o'clocks, right? 7 hours of commercial-free football. It was awesome. And every time the Giants game came on, it was some blunder that they did. Yeah, it was a horrible. I mean, look, it was awesome. It was awesome for me to see how bad they are. But hey, new year, same New York Giants, and I could not be happier.
Dude, that was pure comedy, dude. Yeah. So if y'all haven't got the memo, they got curb stomped, 28-6. Saints looked incredible.
Yeah, they
put up
did.
almost a 50 burger against the Panthers. Bengals, dude, can never win week 1 for some reason.
Yeah,
They just
they
can't
looked
do
bad. They looked really
it.
bad.
They looked really bad.
Hey, and I picked them to win the Super Bowl. So, dude, all of us, man. The Bears. I mean, you had the Bears making the biggest leap, but they looked like shit offensively.
It's just that defense, dude. That defense is like looking
Yeah,
like the
no,
old Chicago
yeah, I know.
Bears.
Yeah. My pick for the Bengals went south. The Jets didn't look great. I mean, they were going to
Hey,
get
my
some great.
Garrett Wilson and A-Rod connection did pan out, though.
Yeah, except on that 4th down. That was
Yeah.
that was behind him on that 4th down.
That sucked.
When they really needed him. So,
But yeah, dude,
all good.
Bengals couldn't get it done. Texans Colts, that was a great game. Dude, that's gonna be a fun.
dude, we'll get into the fantasy rankings in a second, but I think I picked all Colts for my guys: quarterback, running back, and receiver. AR-15. I mean, we call him AR for a reason, dude.
bro, he had a game of games.
He was launching it. He can throw the football.
Yeah, you can. And I'm sad that this matchup happened week 1 because, like, I want to see that again when both of them are playing their absolute best football.
Yeah.
To see, like, what would happen. So 29-27, Texans take it. Cardinals looked competitive against the Bills.
did.
Love that.
Hey, Josh Allen MVP look good after week 1.
Dude, for a minute there, did not look too good. He had, like, negative fantasy points.
And he had a
but-
turnover too. So
Yeah, and he had a turnover, but they come out with the win. Bears, talked about them. Defense looked good. Special teams, really good. That's the old Bears that we know and love. Dolphins come back against the Jags, beat them 20-17. Tyreek, I'm sure y'all seen it, he got arrested before the game. Bo Nix struggled in his game against the Seahawks. They lose 26-20. Chargers, first game under Matt's best friend. He just loves running the football, dude, and that's what they did against the Raiders. Talked about your Cowgirls, and Bucks looked very good also. Rams, Lions handle business. 49ers handle business. So, guys, it's football season. We've been doing the fantasy rankings. This week, we are doing top 3 winners, top 3 losers of this past week. Let's get it. Matt, you want to start us off with your losers?
well, not when you say it like that. Yeah. So top 3 winners, top 3 losers. We're not doing any no honorable mentions because we got our 6. So Kyle, starting off with my losers. Dude, we talked about it before. A lot of losers this week. A lot of fantasy losers. But starting off number 3 on my fantasy losers of week 1, Joe Burrow. I hyped you up, dude. I hyped you up big time, and you go out there and throw for 8 points is what he got. They didn't score.
That was my starting quarterback this week, dude.
Yeah, like what the hell was that? They scored 1 touchdown against the Patriots, who we all picked to be literally like a bottom
One of the
2.
worst teams.
I mean, them and the Panthers, I think, were predicted to have like the worst records, and they somehow managed to get a win. 164 yards, but my goodness, like you had Jamar Chase.
He has a history of playing like shit week 1.
No, I
It's
know,
kinda just-
but like last year it was off of an injury, right? So like it was rushed. We didn't really know what was going on. The year before was against the 49ers week 1. So I don't know, dude. Just just not a great outing. I mean,
Yeah.
against the Patriots, that's the biggest thing. Like, that's my biggest worry. It's the Patriots, and you're scoring 8 points. He should have at least had 200 to 250 yards, at least, and at least a passing touchdown. Yeah, pathetic, but not as bad as number 2. I got Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert was a loser this week. I mean, granted, Devon Achane, he scored a lot of points. I was going against him in fantasy. Luckily, my team balled out. But Mostert was invisible, and now he's got some injuries cooking up. He might not play tomorrow night. Finish with less than 4 points. That's not acceptable. You broke the franchise record last year. I think he had 19 total, and you had a really rough start. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's the injuries, whatever. But number 1, and again, Kyle, this was tough. Like, I left a lot of guys off this list.
There's so many losers we could have picked.
There is. But I'm going Chris Olave, number 1. 2 catches for 11 yards when your team scores 47 points against the worst team in football.
It was Rashid.
Yeah, it was Rashid Shaheed, I believe his name is.
Yeah, he had a game.
He did, but you score 47 points against a team that should never be televised this season again. In the Carolina Panthers, I mean, a lot of people took him with guys with the later pick in the first round took Olave first overall with their first pick.
Yeah.
And look, the Saints look great, but I don't know, like, I don't know how to measure that, right? Because they're playing the Panthers, who Bryce Young, again, first throw of the game is a pick. He looked terrible. But your team scores 47 points, and your contribution is 2 catches. I don't know what was going on there, but that's my list for losers. Chris Olave, Raheem Mostert, Joe Burrow.
Do you want to go winners, or do you want me to do my losers, and then we'll go winners?
I'll zip through my winners because it's pretty easy for my winners.
Okay.
Number 3, Jaden Reed for the Green Bay Packers. Had him on my team this week, 33 points. He had a rushing and a receiving touchdown. He was projected to have a good year, but I think he had a really strong outing against a pretty good defense in the Philadelphia Eagles. Unfortunately, Jordan Love went down. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks, but still, he had a monster game for week 1. Number 2 was the guy on the other side of the ball on Friday night, Saquon Barkley. 3 touchdowns. Look, I did not expect this from Saquon Barkley.
Neither did I.
I mean, 3 touchdowns. Looks like he's been playing for the Eagles for 5 or 6 years. And he goes into a new system and balls out. Got a receiving touchdown. That was a dot by Jalen Hurts. Got the toe tap. Saquon looked really good. And number 1, I'm going Tyreek Hill. There could have been a lot of guys I put here, but I simply put Hill here for the fact of the matter that went down before the game. I mean, it was up in the air if he would have played week 1 with the whole, incident that went outside the stadium. If you haven't seen it, wake up from under your rock, because Tyreek Hill really could have missed that game, could have been arrested, went to jail, whatever. But, I mean, having all that stuff going on really close to kickoff and then going out there, I mean, dude, he had like an 80-yard touchdown, and he looked amazing all game. He's speeding on and off the field, but he looked great. Dropped 26 points in my league, so that's my list. Tyreek, Saquon, and Jaden Reed, my winners of week 1.
I like it, dude. I like your winners. So we got different lists this week again, which I like. So starting out with my losers, dude. Number 3, I saw this guy in some leagues being the number 1 tight end off the board. Maybe even the second. I got Mark Andrews.
Oh, yes.
Dude, I get it. You had a tough offseason, dude. You get into a car accident. You had a season-ending injury the year before. It's been really tough, but where the hell were you? And I had Isaiah Likely on my bench.
Yeah, he might have lost his job.
Dude, he dropped 26 points. And he would have dropped more if his feet were in bounds.
Yeah, you got that old Kevin Durant, too big of a foot.
Oh, dude. Nah, let's not even talk about that. So, Mark Andrews, man, you're having a rough year, but hopefully you turn it up. Like Matt just said, you may have lost your job, but Let's hope you didn't. Number 2, dude, you got him at number 3. I'm going Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow. What the hell were you doing out there Sunday, dude? You're going against the Patriots. Like you said, a lot of people have this team being the worst or second to worst team in the NFL. Like, they have nobody. Nobody. Is Hunter Henry even their tight end anymore? That's about the only guy I can name on that team, in Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett and Ramondre Stevenson.
Stevenson did have a good week, but yeah, Joe Burrow, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, I get it. You got a season-ending injury last year too, and it's going to take you a second to revamp and keep going and get back to your old self. But just shitty week. And then number 1 in some leagues, this guy scored 1 point.
Oh yes, I'm glad you had him on your list.
I got Marvin Harrison.
Oh, what an embarrassment!
Bro, in my dynasty, because if you people at home don't know, dynasty, it's only rookies. So like the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the whoever, they were drafted at like right when the league was created. So it's just rookies until the league is over. I saw this guy going number 2. In my league, he went number 2, but some people had him number 1, number 2, like easily top 3 in this year's fantasy draft. And what did he do on Sunday? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. 1.4 fantasy points is what he did in my league. Disgusting. I don't have him on my team, thank God, but I was disgusted, dude. That was an ugly thing to look at. And then let's get a little bit more positive here. Let's go to the winners. Number 3. This dude and Mike Evans had a game. I'm going Baker Mayfield. Old Baker, dude.
I like it.
It's just people always count this dude out, and it's just like it doesn't faze him. He just goes out there and just has a hell of a game. I know it's against the Commanders, but like still. Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns. How many did Baker throw? Like 4? 5? Something like that?
He had a game. They put up 37. Yeah, he had 4.
Yeah.
He had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 4 touchdowns. Good Lord, dude. That's just crazy. And number 2,
Browns fans in shambles right now, by the way.
yeah, they are. And Carolina fans too. And Rams fans.
Yeah.
And number 2, had this guy on my team. Thank God. I got J.K. Dobbins. I don't feel like a lot of people had this guy like eating week 1, but you said it, I think, last episode or the episode before that. Harbaugh loves to run the football, dude. And he got J.K. and Gus Edwards. J.K. had a really good game, over 100 yards, had a touchdown or maybe even 2 of them. Had a really good game. And then number 1, I got 2 dudes because they did about the same thing. I got Joe Mixon and David Montgomery. I had to wake up early, so I couldn't watch the Rams-Lions game. But from the memes I saw, like, you know that famous video of Marshawn Lynch? He just goes, you just got to run them over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Dude, I told you. That's all. Dan Campbell, they get the ball in overtime, and he's like, we are going to run it down their throat. I'm telling you, they didn't pass the ball one time.
Unless Gibbs and David.
Unless I missed something. Like, Jared Goff, man, I could have played quarterback in overtime. It was Jared Goff, snapped the ball, handing off to David Montgomery, and it was just boom. And boom. And, like, just running over these guys. And the Rams, I mean, dude.
They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
They couldn't do anything. And Joe Mixon, oh, thank God I picked him up. Had a great week as well. Yeah, he had over 100 yards. I think he had a pair of touchdowns. So, yeah, dude. Winners, losers of week 1. Hopefully, we don't see any more of our losers as the season goes on. But I like the list, dude. I think we only had, one player on winners and losers?
The same.
That we had
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty. So, hey, it's nice. Again, this week, dude, there's so many winners and so many losers.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm glad we didn't choose the highest. Well, I guess I chose 2 guys with like a lot of points, but my number 1 was not the highest. Could have thrown Josh Allen in there. Anthony Richardson had a great game.
Yeah, he did.
No, I'm excited, but yeah, a lot of losers. Like we didn't mention Brandon Ayuk, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
It's
JMO.
not.
I saw a funny meme. Someone was like, JMO must have had sex, or no, yeah, Amon Ra must have had sex with Jared Goff's wife because he's just not giving him the ball.
Dude, nah, yeah, he did not look his way all night.
Uh, dude, good episode, man. It's finally here, dude. After all that waiting, the NFL season is finally-
245 days since the last regular season Sunday. Before this last one, yeah.
Gosh, dude.
Regular season,
Those-
not playoffs or
Dude,
Super Bowl. but-
Football's back in general. Michigan lost last Saturday. How about
no,
that?
they got spanked, and I love it.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. Notre Dame lost.
Yeah, that was.
That's crazy. Notre Dame's always gonna lose a game like that, but literally the list could go. on.
Nah, dude, not to Northern Illinois.
They're sorry, they're ass. But guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Man, we also have some pretty big news.
Dude, we got a lot of news, yo. So Friday, Gabe will be back with us. So that's gonna be a little fun. But stay tuned, because in the coming weeks, a lot of schedule differences, I guess we would say. Could see some more new faces coming up in the show. So we are still in the works with that, figuring out how that's all going to come into play. But stay tuned. And Kyle, a new social media platform coming to the show.
Yes, it is. Some people call it the best social media platform on the App Store right now. Guys, we are officially coming to X. Let's go, baby. Dude, me and Matt been talking about it for a long time. Just live tweeting when the show is out, when big news happens. Like, what was something that, like, Tyreek getting
Tyreek
arrested?
Hill, yep.
Like, if both of us are not here at the house to record an episode or record a social clip, we could just bang tweet it out. Get your guys' opinions and comments on some NFL takes. I don't know. We're trying to grow the audience and get you guys over on Twitter so we could interact with y'all more and have a good time. So guys,
Hey,
do it.
One more thing. We're inching closer to 100 subs.
Yes, please smash the subscribe button. We're so close, dude. We've been going strong since what? April? March?
Yep, April.
So our goal is to let's get to 100 subs by the end of September. That would be huge. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all of our social medias down in the description below. Go show some love to the Twitter page. It's going to be live here pretty soon. TikToks, you guys are going crazy. YouTube Shorts, just keep up the good work. We really appreciate it. But guys, hope you all had a good Wednesday. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace!